Oh, the wind goes. Now watch this. Here you hear them screaming. You see that? Oh, in the rain, or completely wind. Well, my friends, here we go again. Part 2, day in the life, you know. Now it is around midday. It is very fine. The sun is here. Here it is hot because here is no shadow. Now I walked here, you know. Today not with bicycle, I walked around 45 minutes now the way here to this court. Today only with one ball. We check out an update to the end one ball. You know, we played this ball so often. It's a real leather ball. Yeah, they say genius leather. I don't believe it completely. It was from the Adriatic Basketball Association, a game ball. It was really a game ball. I mean, from the feeling I can understand it, but from the lines, whoa, they are really sharp, you know. That you have this ball, whoa, that is crazy, you know. But indoor it for sure much better than outdoor, because this ball is not good for outdoor, yeah. But we play it also, you know, and we have this ball almost played 50 hours now. But I play it again, and then we see one time what happens. So day 1, part 2, you know, the morning session. Then I was a little bit at home. Now I walked here 45 minutes, you know, after the kettlebell workout. There I also moved with the kettlebell, and now we play here. Yeah, and then you will see a part 3 and maybe a part 4 and on and on and on of one day in my life, you know. So warm up, let's check it out, and then I will also tell a few other things. Let's do it. So now we will play a little bit. Why the end one ball? Because I like the ball personally, because we have to play it, you know, always again, and because this ball is a ball which does not jump high, yeah. And here by that conditions, when it is really warm on the floor, the balls jump so high, you know, the others, and a lower ball is the best solution, because the lower ball now jumps correct, you know. So always you have to be smart and know which ball you use, you know. So other thing, one has told me greetings to Greece. I will say also today a little bit, while the ball we know already, but we see how it performs today, you know, session 2 now. Greetings to Greece, yeah. You have written me that the ballers are really tough there, yeah, rough. You got something to the jaw, yeah. That is dangerous, you know, really dangerous. Thankfully you have not lost your teeth, yeah. But yeah, I know that, you know, this is what I mean. I also like it rough, when people are fair and really rough and hard, you know, but fair, then all is okay. But there are people who have, I don't know, never done sport, I don't know, they have absolutely no knowledge what can happen, they have no feeling what you are doing there, and they're pushing and this and that, they're making haymakers, you know, really unorthodox, and bam, and pushing to the ball, don't watch if they hit you there, and that is the thing what I don't like, you know, exactly that. When someone is really rough and makes the defense is completely by you and makes all fair, then it is great. But those stupid things where they punch you and this, and when you are in the air, they push you, you know, this is dangerous, you know. Where I was growing up, if you would have done this, you know, I swear you, those people, they would have beat you up. When you made a really bad foul or something stupid, you would pay the price for that, yeah. But nowadays it is other. That to that. And I have the same shirt now on, yeah. Why? Because I liked it, you know. I don't know, you know, like now a little bit ironically, because the most audience what we have on the channels is surprisingly around 20 years to 25. This age is the most audience what we have on the channel. So when I say something, you know, it's always a little bit ironically, yeah. And I can tell you nowadays, you know, I show up with this. The people maybe nowadays will say, wow, that is a sweat t-shirt. You have trained with this in the morning session. You have to wear other t-shirt. Back in the days, we went home, we eat something, and then we go out with the same clothes. And I think nowadays, I have seen that there are coming guys in, I think they put on a perfume, you know, a perfume that they smell good. Now I'm here with the Under Armour t-shirt, smell good. Wow. You know, a little bit ironically. So we start with the session, and then I will talk a few things.
cashing big checks. I bought the whole block out, now that's a big flex.
So, another thing, today I have my street shoes on, you know, running shoes, you see that? But they are also over, yeah? Watch this, it's all gone. But they are also nice, you know, I like them.
Out my Uber window, like what's next? Got new levels and new devils out the wazoo. Ain't no worries, life gets better when you find you. And if you mind you, peace will abide and hide you until it's time to start anew. So live it up, we grown, ain't got no curfew. Who brought the bad vibes? Tell that bitch move. Walking all in my inner, that's a bitch move. Pressed that I arrived, mad that I survived. All your sad attempts to send me to the sky. But I've been in the wind, been had wings, I was always this fly. Oh yes, and that's probably why you're mad. Don't let Evie turn you into a trash bag. So get glad, find out why you sad. All that jealousy, you should subside. I think it's time to turn that mirror on you. Put it up close for a clear view. And look deep down inside. And soon you will find a pretty soul that needs more shine. My world has come together. And maybe I just wanna let it shine. There is no good or better. I think tonight I'm gonna make it mine. 1, 2, mean right hook. Come and test me, my mom deep will have you shook. It's a marathon, but baby girl, never let up. No need for speed, but keep your foot up on the gas pedal. Ain't worried about having a golden award when God made me to be an ice cold meadow. Why are you always pressed about my life? Talking with your frenemies about me, saying, ooh girl, have you seen it like the shy lights? You tried, but you could never dim my light. Please know I'm untouchable, girl. I'll slip through your fingers like a real fly kite. Why you wanna turn a good day into fight night? Constantly projecting all that negativity. Take that bad energy and go and get your mind right. Say a prayer tonight to keep your soul tight. You in the big world of danger, cause you dwell in that drama. I put the work in, now I got the big bags that you call Birkins. My world has come together, and maybe I just wanna let it shine. There is no good or better. I think tonight I'm gonna make it mine. My world has come together.
A little bit hot now. You see that I do something. Go a little bit to the shadow, then I drink something, and then we talk a little bit. Wow, the only place here in the shadow, you know. It's really get red. The heartbeat is really on now because I want to train, you know, at the nice grand garden arena. Everyone can watch you from all sides, even backwards. Yeah, we'll not see it now from the trees. But now it is really hot, you know. But that it is what I like, you know. I play here without a shadow because I like it. Training session number 2 of today, you know. Next month I will be 39 years old, you know. 39 years next month. So a little bit water, you know, I only have my water. And then we play on. But we will talk a little bit about the music from back then, because I have a thing, an NBA magazine, what we had here in the German speaking area, and about that we talk. But I drink something, then we do it. So now, my friends, I've a little bit cooled down now that we can talk a little bit. And yeah, the music, you know, there was a magazine which was really cool, and that remembered me now because I made the video about why I play alone with the street ball from back then. And we here in the German speaking area in the middle to late 90s, we had, in my opinion, only one thing where you could watch basketball, and that was on television. You know, there was no internet in the middle 90s, no smartphone, no Netflix, no YouTube, there was nothing. And the only thing was one time in a week where we have seen the NBA, and there comes one name into my mind, and that was Frank Buschmann. Yeah, from Germany, Frank Buschmann. Most people will know him from other games, yeah, from the Ninja Warrior Germany, yeah, but he was the guy for basketball, and they have shown every week a magazine. I can't remember, was it 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe 1 hour, I think 30 to 45 minutes, I don't know anymore. And it was, I think, on DSF, Deutsches Sportfernsehen. And there they have shown NBA games. He was there, he had made funny things, there were interviews with the NBA stars, and that was once a week. And they had one time playing in, and I recorded that on VHS. And every time when I want to get motivated, I watch this. And there we come to the music, because it was a highlight of Michael Jordan. Yeah, it was, I don't know, 3 minutes, around 2, 3, 4 minutes, 5, 6, I don't know if it was 1 song, 2 songs, but 1 song I know for sure. And when, for example, I went to school, yeah, from early morning to 1 o'clock, and then you had, was it 1.5 hour midday break or so, and then you had to show up another 4 hours in school until it was dark, you know. You went in school when it was dark, and when you went out it was also dark. Electricity school, wow, I hated this. And when I drove extra home in the midday break, I drove there, I got eat from my grandmother, she cooked for me, and then I had only a few minutes anymore, and I want to get motivated. I put in this VHS cassette from the NBA Inside, it was called, I think, with Frank Buschmann, and the highlight from Michael Jordan. Boy, and the music, it was Dr. Dre, you know, this ding ding dong. Boy, that was so motivating, you know. Every time when I drove quickly home, you know, school was on the other area, and sometimes I came too late there at the afternoon, but I wanted to see that. Boy, and that was, I swear you. And there we come to this, it was Dr. Dre. And when I remember back at my home court, there was always or often music running. And not, I can tell you what it was. Most of the time at our home court, I don't know by you, but at our home court we had always Cypress Hill. You know, Cypress Hill was the main thing back then, Insane in the Brain. And all of that stuff, you know, Wu-Tang Clan, and that, wow, that was really, really cool. And we had this in the cars, you know, the bigger guys came with the car, they let the car beside, and they had really big boxes in the car, you know, for the audio. And wow, there came a sound out, wow, you had that 100 meter away what is playing on your home court. And nowadays they are showing up with the little smartphone and put it on the floor with the smartphone speakers, you know what I mean? You know, a little bit ironically again, sorry. But that was really, really cool. And also then later on in the 90s, scooter, you know, H.B. Baxter. I think in the US you will not know that, but that was a style which really went up. That was also cool to us, yeah. And yeah, the music, you know, the music. That's changed so much, you know. For example, you know, when I was at home, I've watched now a few things again. I made a little break, you know, to the midday session. For example, Michael Jackson. Yeah, where are the Michael Jackson nowadays? Where are they? Do you know them? I don't know them. You know, I tell you another thing. I am also into nowadays music. It's not so that I say, but all nowadays doesn't interest me. I do all from nowadays also, you know. But if I had to choose, I take the other one. For example, I moved here now, 45 minutes for session number 2, and in the middle of the city they have today a big event, and they had closed a main street, and there is a big stage, and there was now playing out of the box Phil Collins, you know, real music by real musicians, you know, real people who can do instruments, you hear instruments, and real people who have rhythm. And that was great, you know. Wow, I thought, wow, like in the 90s when I go there today, that was a pleasure, you know. But you know what I mean. Where are the Michael Jackson of nowadays? Do you know someone? Yeah. When I think back, these were so outstanding people. Whitney Houston, you know. I tell you a thing. I was in a building. I have my ball here. It was a little bit too heavy. Not too heavy, but not fine. So, bam. We also did this back then. Not the best way, but doesn't matter. I was in a room, you know, outside in Monte Carlo. I tell you, the Monaco Monte Carlo. And in that building, on that stage, there was some written music history. Yeah, music history has happened in that building. And when you were sitting there on that stage, for example, there was Michael Jackson in, you know. Michael Jackson put in there a performance, what you see now, what was unforgettable, you know. The guy was a master, you know. These were really masters. He sang there, it was not all live, but at the end of the song, you know, all stopped, and then he started to sing really live and want to show up. I swear you, they were it's a beautiful place, really, really beautiful. And they were at the seats sitting who was watching him. You know, there are only around 500 to 800 people in this place, not more. And they were sitting, for example, Shania Twain, you know, the most successful woman in country music. She was sitting there and she was to Michael Jackson when he started out of nowhere singing, you know, when all was away. There were a lot of kids and there was a performance unforgettable. Also in there was Seal, you know, the musician Seal. He really also watched like it was a jaw-dropping moment, you know, when they have seen a master, such musicians, you know. And in that building also was in there the late and great Whitney Houston, you know, Whitney Houston. What a voice, you know. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the greatest of the last 30 years, I don't know, maybe, you know, high-end calibers. And she performed there on that stage also a song, a live performance, what was mind-blowing, you know. In there was sitting Prince, you know. Prince listened, had the eye closed, watched. That is unbelievable, yeah. Shirley Bassey was in there, you know, who sang for James Bond back in the days. Such names, you know, and also other performance in that building, you know. When you are sitting there and, you know, exactly on that stage there happened history, you know, history of the music. There you get goosebumps. That is, you know, these are moments we will never get again. You know, the people have died, you know. Prince was performing there, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. And then, for example, an actor, Patrick Swayze, was in there and he performed on that stage for the first time on the international television his dance moves, yeah, with his wife. That is also unforgettable. Also died, you know. And where are nowadays the Michael Jackson, the David Bowies, the Freddie Mercurys, call you what you want, the Whitney Houstons, the Princes? Where are they now? I don't see them. Yeah. They really sang, and nowadays you get so much. You go to a concert and there you have not only playback, you have auto-tune music. Even, for example, Madonna nowadays don't have a band. Make a tour without a band, only dancers and the sound come out of the box. You know, nowadays people say, yeah, great, cool, I can understand it, yeah, but where is the real music, yeah? Kids are there playing, it's nice. Action here behind. So, where are they now, you know? And they were so high calibers, you know? And there was no internet where they get the recognition easily around the world. But you know, that is really, really, you know, there's so many names. For example, Seal, you know, watch Seal. The younger ones don't know him maybe, only perhaps, but watch him. There were big concerts back then, tribute concerts. Where are they now? Why can't they not make a tribute concert nowadays for other musicians in a big style? And I tell you why. Because the management, all that, they will tell you, no, that is not good publicity for you when you don't show up very good on the stage and this and that. No, and nothing happens. Why can't they don't do it? For example, we had the great Wembley concert 1992 with Freddie Mercury, you know. In other words, for him, the Freddie Mercury tribute concert. They have all shown up almost. Metallica was there, you know, the big names, so many of them. George Michael, you know. And for example, there was performing Seal. Watch him performing. There he had his long dreadlocks back then in a white suit. Boy, what a voice, what a live thing that was, you know. Where are those things nowadays? Yeah, of course there exists good musicians, but it's all changed, you know. It's so quick. Back then, Frank Sinatra, he played all in with a big band. Nowadays, you can produce a lot of computer-based. You don't even have to go somewhere, yeah. Or for example, to me nowadays, yeah, because I watch To the Mountains on that side, I show you thing. I have another name here behind the house there are the beautiful mountains, and the dream court is on that side. I have another name which also liked it here, you know. And to me, right now, to me personally, you know, maybe not to you or to other people, but to me, maybe the greatest singer what we have on earth, Anna Netrebko. You know, I'm a big fan. And she was here in our city for relaxing. She only came here to relax, for wellness, and it said the same. The beautiful mountains here, you know. What I have to say more, you know. And you know, that is a difference to nowadays people. When you compare an Anna Netrebko, she also can make Instagram stuff and this and that, you know. But then she performs at the stage at the highest level, yeah. And others cannot do it, and I tell you why. Because they don't practice. And that was back then another time. They had no internet, no social media channels where they had to show up and earn their money. Nowadays, most of them or many say for what to work much. You know, when you want to perform with your voice on the highest level, then you have to train. You have to train 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day. You know, instruments, voice, on. Do you think most of those pop stars nowadays do that? I don't say they are bad, no, absolutely not. They make also great music, but in another style nowadays. This is not the live performance. Let them go on a stage with real instruments, with real voice, with no computer-based things, and then you listen to them how they sound. And I tell you, that will most of the times not sound great, yeah. And that changed, but on the CDs it sounds great, and people are used up to this. With those auto-tune music, when young people here nowadays are live recording only with live music, that sounds for most of them boring, you know, because they are used to computer-based music and stuff. Their voices are changing. Also on YouTube, you know, on YouTube nowadays you hear a lot of AI voices, you know, the text and the AI voice. Yeah, I don't want to watch a video where I hear not a real person speaking. Those chemical voices, you know. And Anna Netrebko really, believe me, they train really hard that they can perform at that level. And that is something where I have really much respect. And back in the days, people trained much more in music. You know, they wanted to show up. We want to be better like that band and this. And nowadays it is much more easy to generate money. You don't have to train 4, 5, 6 hours. They have their channel, they have companies which pay them and this and that and blah blah blah, yeah. And people also say, wow, great. Think back 30 years ago, if someone would have shown up with a complete playback concert, that would shown up in every paper, you know. And nowadays it is normal. People say, wow, that was cool and this and that, you know. I can understand it, but you know, it changed a lot. The level, I think, back then, what some people could do was really outstanding. And, you know, there were a lot of things, you know. And the big names, Michael Jackson, you know, Freddie Mercury, where are such people nowadays? I don't see them, you know. I don't see someone who has such a superstar thing going on, yeah. I don't know, you know. For example, I see music reactions on the internet from young people, and then they say Montreux, you know, Montreux. Where was this? I make now a reaction. Montreux, where is this? You know, they don't know what Montreux is. And I think, I don't understand it, you know, I don't get it. Of course, when you're young, you don't know much things, but I don't get it, you know, Montreux. When you are into music, Montreux, for example, Quincy Jones said back then, Montreux Jazz Festival is the Rolls Royce of the music festivals worldwide. Maybe on that stage they have performed the biggest names more than on every other stage in the world. You know, when you came to Montreux, the musicians have shown up a level up to all other concerts which they have given in the world. You know, and Cloud Knobs, he was the founder of Montreux Jazz Festival. He was all of that, you know. And I have seen him in person, you know, Cloud Knobs. He had a music archive. They have almost every concert which was in there for decades. They have all filmed, you know. Microsoft wanted to buy all that archive from him, but he didn't want it, you know. He was a music lover. He has seen all all of the greats there, you know, all of the greats who have performed from all styles. And forget about the jazz, that was the first name. Then they wanted to call it the Montreux Festival, but people wanted to they have the real name. It's not that there is only jazz, no. They have performed a lot of people, Wu-Tang Clan, Black Eyed Peas, all such things also, you know. But B.B. King, Miles Davis, almost everyone was there, you know. He also brought the Rolling Stones, but not to the Montreux Jazz Festival, but he brought them here to Europe, you know, also. Another thing, he was the guy who brought it, or how it's called, who put it together that Freddie Mercury, they have a statue there in Montreux, the Freddie Mercury statue, but he has never performed at Montreux Jazz Festival. But he was there, they were recording, and on the same time there was David Bowie there. And Cloud Knobs was the guy who made the phone, hey Freddie, hey David, can you not show up and perform together a song? And then what did they? Under Pressure. That song happened there, you know, Deep Purple, you know, because the casino burned down there. The Smoke on the Water was written there in Montreux, you know, such a holy place. And young people then say in the music reactions, I don't know what Montreux is, we have to watch, this is in Europe, in Switzerland. I mean, I don't get this, you know, I don't get this. Man. Or for example, I have another thing, I have watched now this is jaw-breaking, you know, jaw-breaking. When I was at home now, I have watched again and again, for example, now other story. I have once seen a guy which is an absolutely legend in the game, you know, one of the greatest who has ever done it, and that is, you know, when you see masters at their work. And I was in there and he has told all of his story with what people he has worked with, and when you love music then you think, wow, oh my gosh, you know. Greetings to Canada now, yeah, we have a lot of audience now from Canada also, new member also, greetings there. I have seen the great musician from Canada, the legend Paul Anka, you know. Paul Anka, he was on the stage, then he started to show up and saying, wow, he has worked first then for Elvis Presley. He was there with Elvis Presley, you know. Before he was there with Frank Sinatra, you know. Written there, I mean Elvis, Frank Sinatra. Later on with Michael Jackson, with Tom Jones, and on and on and on. And then he, for example, he was on the stage and told the story. He has seen them all and told the greatest entertainer he has ever seen in his life was Sammy Davis Jr., you know. And when someone says something, I take this and I remember this forever, you know. And then the performance, you know. He has written one of the most legendary songs of all time, My Way, for Frank Sinatra. Then you see such a guy performing with his big band, you know, a real big band, not auto-tune music, real music by real musicians. I will never forget this, you know. It was crazy. I was walking beside. Wow, that was really, really mind-blowing. And then today now I have seen other things, you know, you don't have to say anything about that. There was on the stage James Brown, the great James Brown, the band leader of excellence, you know. But his voice almost went under because the guy beside him, maybe to most of them the greatest singer of all time, Pavarotti, you know. James Brown with his voice, and then when you hear beside Pavarotti, even James Brown had to smile like, I don't get it, you know. This man is the best we have ever had in Pavarotti. When you see that performance, you know, that is to me mind-blowing. Yeah, and nowadays it's completely different, you know, really, really different. Also there in Monte Carlo, for example, there was also Rihanna, yeah, that was the most expensive concert of the year, what I know. That the cheapest ticket was over 500 euro, yeah. Also I was there, wanted to go other concert, I've texted with someone, you know, I've known people there, and one with I texted, but it was in winter, and it was her, you know, and she was a few years later on the world ranked #1 female tennis player in the world, you know. But I cannot tell you the name as respect. we wanted to go to concert there and all that stuff. But it is, you know, it's outstanding. And for example, I also listen to Nowadays. Yeah, it's also great, but complete other style. It is complete the same. The music has changed. But for example, to me Nowadays, one of the greatest out there, which I really say, wow, this is to me mind blowing, is Billie Eilish. You know, many maybe will laugh now, but you know, I could tell you why this is. When I see that, I think, wow, that is really, 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 really great. Complete other, yeah. It's not the complete live concert and this stuff, but when you know a lot and you see that, what she is doing, wow, that is really, really. Dare I say, that is really, really great, you know. I know other names and this and that, but she, that is mind-blowing, yeah. So, now I think I see it now on the display, because I have it open, that I see if the camera shuts down, but I never watch to the display, that you don't do as a YouTuber. But now I've seen it, because the camera get overheated. Now we had a lot of long time, and now I think we have more talked about music than about basketball. Now I have to go on, because I have a strict plan today, you know. So, few balls more, and then we will see us in session number 3. Let's do it.
Hey, el rachetón. El marrá. Te lo voy a dar. Dice que le gustan los gorditos. Ay, ay, ella quiere perrear, quiere un gordito. Me quiere amarrar, solo le doy un poquito. Ella quiere perrear, me llama papacito. Quítate la ropa, baby, cuando yo estoy listo. Ella quiere perrear, ella quiere perrear,
La mando pa'l y no me trae el dinero. Es que quiero toda la plata en el mundo entero. Asumo que cuento con su apoyo, mami, vamos a hacer un tito. Ignorante y sacúdelo, 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 sacúdelo. Ey, mira, mira cómo está lloviendo. Mira, mira cómo está lloviendo. Sacúdelo, mami. Sacúdelo, sacúdelo, sacúdelo. Ey, mira, mira cómo está lloviendo. Mira, mira cómo está lloviendo. Te lo entendí, precisamente entendí. Mi diablita está king, I'ma make a week.
Ella quiere perrear, quiere un gordito. Me quiere amarrar, solo le doy un poquito. Ella quiere perrear, me llama papacito. Quítate la ropa, baby, cuando yo estoy listo. Ella quiere perrear, ella quiere perrear,
Oye, Miguelito, spray. Oye, que se ponga el implante porque adentro cabo tan rico que ya no ocupa ganado. La dejo temblando, no me mira a los ojos mientras me dice aregasto. Le tirando su tanga, en la cama una más que una diabla. Mi rifle saca chispas y choca con su amalgama. Su está tan gordo no cabe en la minifalda. Wow. Mami, yo te trato como quiero. Siempre tiro duro de su pelo. Oye,
ella quiere perrear, ella quiere perrear, ella quiere perrear, ella quiere perrear, ella quiere perrear.
Hoy vamos a perrear como se debe. Todo el mundo, everybody, hoy se bebe. Seguimos acá hasta que la vibra se entregue. Escúchate este ritmo pa' que te pegue.
Hoy vamos a perrear como se debe. Por ahí pa' abajo, centro, dentro, baby, hoy se bebe. Toda la va, gira y se, mami, voy se breve. Torquéate bien, ponte atrás si se atreve. Más torquéate bien, más torquéate bien, más torquéate bien, más torquéate bien. Ponte salvaje y travesita, travesita. Ponte salvaje y travesita, travesita.
Quiero verte brincando. Ponte la pila que hace frío por la nieve. Hasta otro nivel, tu majestuosidad me eleve. Ponte salvaje si te atreves.
Hoy vamos a pelear como se debe. Por ahí pa' abajo, centro dentro, baby, hoy se bebe. Toda la va, gira y se, mami, voy se breve. Torquéate bien, ponte otro si se atreve. Matorquéate bien, matorquéate bien, matorquéate bien, matorquéate bien. Ey, ponte salvaje y travesita, travesita. Ponte salvaje y travesita, travesita. Matorquéate bien, matorquéate bien, matorquéate bien, matorquéate bien. Ey, ponte salvaje y travesita, travesita. Ponte salvaje y travesita, travesita.
¿Cuál es travesito?
Ponte la pela. Ponte la pela. Dale más, ponte la pela. 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 Ponte la pela.
So now my friends, now we finish our session number 2, the midday session to afternoon. Now it was not that brutal because it's not that hot anymore, a little bit wind, so no problem now. But now I have to walk home 45 minutes, then I will drink something because I have nothing anymore. Then we may meet us at session number 3, and then we see us by session number 4 today. Next month 39, but no problem, you know, you can do that all day long. So ball has a little bit more scratches in, maybe you see that. I don't know exactly where, but there are more in now. Why? Not because of the floor, not of this, because of that. I've told you this a lot of times. Here we have those sharp things out, and when the ball comes up here, then you get the scratches, and you can have the best floor, the best board, but always watch what is under there. Yeah, but I have to cut in. I sweat also, you know, you see that. It's not so that it is fresh and cold, no, it's really warm, but to me now no problem, but you sweat also, you know. But I'm used to this. For example, I have played and I enjoyed that 12 o'clock in the middle in Africa, you know. In the middle of midday I played tennis there. Wow, that was nice. You know, I'm a kid of summer, I'm born in summer, so I always love it. Here in my area they always complain, boy, that's 30 degrees, boy, it's so hot, boy, this head thing, blah 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 blah. And I say, wow, nice. Now we have the sun, boy, I can enjoy it, you know, every day here to go out, you know, midday. Nice, nice, nice. So let's go on. Now we see us at session number 3.